We have just had an insane update on the Bricks and Minifigs scandal that is currently going on. If you don't know what's going on, make sure you check out my previous video and check out the links in the description to all my other videos. But I assume you haven't been living under a rock, and the CEO actually went on a podcast last night and answered loads of questions. Well, you think he would answer the questions, he kind of just sort of wormed his way out of them and dodged a lot of them. He did sit there and continue to lie. I don't see the whole point of it because you are just damaging what is left of Bricks and Minifigs. Reckless Ben also managed to get 3 questions in for the CEO. The podcast host agreed that they would ask him the 3 questions Ben sent them, and he said he would delete his YouTube channel if the CEO answered them. Now I'm going to play a ton of footage from that podcast. I'll leave a link to that podcast in the description if you want to see the whole thing, but it's very interesting and it did give us some answers actually. But one of the best things for me was right at the beginning in the statement that he read off a screen and messed up a few times. The opening line basically admitted to stealing the Lego. I'll let you make judgment for yourself, but let me know in the comments once you watch the whole video what you thought of it, and is this CEO burying his brand for good?
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Yep.
So, yes, my name is Amnon McNeff, and you'll forgive me. I am reading this so that the statement can be clear and concise, but I'm CEO of Bricks and Minifigs. And I want to speak directly, not through a blog post, not through an email, just directly to anyone following what's happened in Salem, Oregon. To the Mansell family, I am sorry that you are in this position. A family that loved Lego and trusted someone with their collection deserves better than what happened. That has always been our position, and it has not changed. Here is where we stand today. We want to hear from you directly. We want to help facilitate a resolution of this through the proper channels, and that has not changed. We are willing to sit down with you with a professional mediator, one you're comfortable with, bring the consignment agreement you and the previous owner of the Salem, Oregon store created, bring your inventory list, bring whatever documentation you have, and we're not asking for perfection, we're asking for cooperation. We will bring everything we have too, and we will go through it together. We want to see this resolved. Brian, that's it. That's the offer. A mediator, a table, documentation, and a genuine effort to get your family to a fair place. No cameras, no stunts, no manufactured drama, just a real conversation. Now, I want to speak to the Lego community and our franchise family. There are more than 300 beloved Bricks and Minifigs locations across this country and Canada. Almost every single one of them is owned and operated by local families. Moms, dads, Lego fans, people who invested their savings and their hearts into building something for their community. None of them had anything to do with what happened in Salem. And yet their stores have been review bombed. Their employees, some of them teenagers working their first jobs, have been cornered, recorded, and harassed. Their families have been frightened. Many of our locations have received bomb threats, extensive hate mail, and death threats. Family members have been confronted. Innocent, hardworking people are being hurt, no doubt incited by online profiteers. I want every one of our franchise owners to hear this directly from me. I see you. I'm sorry you're carrying this. You did nothing wrong, and you did not deserve what has been directed at you. We are here for you, and we are not going anywhere. To the customers and partners we love and who have stood by their local Bricks and Minifigs store through all of this, thank you. You are the reason these families keep showing up every day and why they keep doing what they do for you. To the Lego community, we deeply regret the confusion and toxicity that has been created by a few, and I'm here to say that we hear you and understand why the one-sided narrative may have led you to outrage. The facts are becoming clear, and the whole and real truth is unfolding. And at this time, I want to acknowledge that we are striving to refine our processes, and we have a renewed commitment to excellence for the benefit of all. And everyone else watching, if you genuinely care about the Mansell family getting a fair outcome, the best thing you can do right now is encourage Brian to come to the table. Brian, please join us at the table to work this out. We're ready when you are to find a solution. Thanks, Sean, and for letting me do that. And I really need to get that off my chest.
No problem. And so you had your statement there. Thank you for delivering that.
I have to look out for my job and my responsibility. And it's hard for some people to recognize it, but my job and my responsibility is to look out for the best interest of the brand. If the brand is taken care of, then the brand continues to allow individual Bricks Minifigs to supply benefit to the families that operate them and to the communities.
Okay.
And so just going off and being cavalier about how we approached it is not protecting the brand. And so, yes, it can be very difficult sometimes to restrain ourselves and not, like do something that the natural man is inclined to do and go and attack and fight. And
I
do
didn't
all
know
this
how else
stuff.
to say it. Like, you know, as a dude, you want to go out and punch somebody or verbally, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Brent, sorry, I just want to get to that opening salvo.
In Utah and go to a gun range and do some shooting, like, and just kind of take out some of the aggression there. So
Yeah.
No, actually, I know about the bird.
Is this brick build or a real bird? What are we talking
No,
about?
it's a real bird that was in the store. And the incoming individual said, "Hey, don't forget your bird." And she says, "Your problem now." That was the answer.
And by the way, all this stuff you're saying and what Chris is saying, and again, she was very kind to us to come on all that. So, and again, we don't know what we're doing, but we're getting into receipts time, right? She says she has video of all those sets being there when you have the takeover. I'm sure you're like, let me see it. And on the flip side, you guys made a video of what you did see. That'll all be turned over, correct?
Yep. And that's truly what we want the mediation and everything else for, so we can see it all. But yeah, so the video footage, for the claim should clearly indicate that she said, well, the bird's your problem now. However, the bird was, taken to a no-kill shelter, and hopefully it's been now rehomed. So the bird is hopefully in very good hands right now.
If you guys didn't know about the consignment when the store was being taken over, I guess he's saying there's some security footage that shows otherwise. So why would you say you didn't know about the consignment if that was spoken about during the transition? Because I do think we all saw that happen.
Yeah. So during the transition, a video circulating online, there was a support employee, a lower level support employee back at the home office, that verbally, as they're trying to work through this transition, verbally said, "Hey, the new owner was just going to take all that consignment liability." Okay. That employee was not making any legal agreement. They meant exactly what BAM has always said. Any inventory that doesn't belong to the store would go back to its rightful owner. Acknowledging that there's a potential claim that exists in a hallway conversation is not the same as a legal notice of a third-party lien. I mean, again, this is getting into legalese type stuff, but BAM repossessed the store as a bona fide purchaser. The former owner never disclosed the consignment to BAM prior to that, which she was required to have done if one would have been approved, which it never was. And not formally, not ever, right? And so the legal notice for standard the legal standard for a notice is not somebody just saying something in passing, right, on a camera or something along those lines. So in reality, no, we did not know that there was any actual consignment agreement. And it's been talked a little bit about.
So if it wasn't exactly by the book, you're saying it wasn't a legal statement or an understanding. We'll take care of that. Whatever he says, he shuffled it away. You don't think that's good enough?
Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I'm not quite sure I understood it.
Sorry, I'm multitasking. I apologize. It was so. But you're saying what's evidence? What was shown there does not satisfy because it wasn't a written request. I thought that's what you were getting into. I'm sorry.
No. I guess what I'm saying is, like, even a lower level employee just making a comment over the phone, not being present and saying, "Hey, if there is such a consignment agreement, we'll try and resolve whatever exists with that," is not the same as us saying, like, "Oh, we know that there's a consignment agreement and we're fully aware of all the things that go in and out of it."
Yeah. When you said lower level employee, what does that matter? I guess, because if you had the guy who's just the bus driver wipe out people, like, it's like, what does that matter? I guess if it was a statement made by somebody from the office.
Sure. But those lower level employees don't have the ability to authorize those types of agreements or arrangements. And so therefore they don't have the authority to ad hoc just essentially take on a liability or responsibility in that capacity.
Got it. So you have that in their JD or whatever. They can't make those kind of calls.
Yeah.
Okay.